For the last 24 years, mod authors have tirelessly worked to expand Morrowind in all the possible ways, including adding new creatures. Today, we will take a look at the humanoid races that you can meet in Project Tamriel Rebuilt. Enjoy! The first group that we're looking at are known as the Goblinkin. They include goblins, gremlins, and kobolds. Goblins are currently prominently featured in Cyrodiil, but can also be found in the other provinces. These aggressive tribal creatures attack any traveler they encounter, and are also known to wage war against each other. There are many variants of goblin, from the weakest thralls to the strongest berserkers and chieftains. Their soul value ranges from 20 to 300, and they usually drop goblin gear of little value. In the Cyrodiilic Kingdom of Anvil there are 3 active goblin tribes: the Bitterfish tribe, the Broken Fang tribe, and the Wave Reaver tribe. Goblins can also be found in Skyrim, where they were apparently brought long ago by the elves and used to attack Ysgramor's companions. Watch out for these creatures because they move fast, and depending on the variant, their attacks can cause a lot of damage. Gremlins are friendly, seemingly more intelligent race of Goblinkin. They first appeared in the Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard, and can be found in Cyrodiil and Morrowind. They are intelligent creatures, capable of working and communicating, although most of them seem to only talk in gremlin speech. They drop gremlin earwax, a cheap alchemy ingredient. Kobolds are an aggressive race of Goblinkin found in mountainous areas of Tamriel, especially in caves and near water sources in western Morrowind. They are less intelligent than the goblin and somewhat smaller, but they compensate for this with their greater speed as well as hunting in packs. They apparently use a primitive sort of language, with core elements derived from the ancient Old Orcish. Outsiders will hear mostly grunts and hisses, but speakers of Orcish or other Elnifex languages can communicate with them. The tongue that they drop upon death is a moderately cheap alchemy ingredient. Alright, we're done with the Goblinkin and moving on to the other species. By the way, I made a similar video for the playable races, so don't forget to check it out. I'll remind you to do so at the end of this one. Spriggans are a type of fae commonly associated with the goddess of air Kynareth. They of course appear on Solstheim, but can also be found in Skyrim, and will also appear in future releases of High Rock and Cyrodiil. Due to their green color and lanky limbs, as well as the fact that they hide among trees, they are often described as tree spirits. They are dangerous opponents since they regenerate health in combat and can come back to life twice, becoming stronger each time. Spriggan nymphs are the exception, since they lack the ability to resurrect themselves. The other types include Spriggans and Elder Spriggans, which may drop heartwood or ripen belladonna berries. Lamia are fish-like humanoids inhabiting the deeper parts of the ocean to the west of Cyrodiil. Often found around shipwrecks, they attack passerby with their shock spells. It is said that they wage war against the Dreg for control of the Abyssian Sea. The Deep Lamia, an even stronger variant capable of instantly killing most adventurers, are rarely found in the open sea and seem to prefer the depths. Upon dying, a Lamia drops its hair, a moderately expensive alchemy ingredient. Hagravens are powerful beings described as old hags twisted into the shapes of birds. As leaders of marauding clans of Reachmen, they snatch children from farms and murder travelers on the road. With their soul value of 250 and the rare ingredient Hagraven feathers, they are an attractive target for daring adventurers, but their ability to paralyze, curse, or weaken makes them challenging opponents. Minotaurs are a species of bullmen native to Cyrodiil but found in certain regions of the other provinces, such as the Reach in Skyrim. On the Abyssian shores, the bare-chested variant can mostly be found in barrows, whereas in the Reach, the Crethi Minotaurs roam the wilderness. Not all of these large humanoids are aggressive, and one is even a member of one of Cyrodiil's major factions. The Dreg are a tentacled species found in the oceans, lakes, and rivers all over Tamriel. They are a highly intelligent species with a hierarchically organized society. Over the course of their life, they seem to undergo metamorphosis several times. Apart from their basic aquatic form, there is also the land Dreg, a type which can be found on beaches and riverbanks. The Dreg Man of War is an especially large and dangerous form, theorized to be another stage after the land Dreg returns to the water. They often command smaller Dreg hives or serve the leader of the largest hives, which is the Dreg Queen. There are perhaps a dozen Dreg Queens across the entire Tamriel, and they are supposed to be powerful spellcasters. Upon death, a Dreg drops Dreg Wax, a tough substance often used as glue or in alchemy. Dreg carapaces are also used to craft powerful medium armor. Honestly, the Dreg are a fascinating species and deserve a deep dive of their own, so if you want to see a dedicated video, let me know in the comments. Trolls are large, dangerous creatures found across Tamriel. The cave variant inhabits caves, whereas frost trolls are usually found on mountaintops and in generally colder climates. Swamp trolls currently inhabit only the Coronati Basin region of Morrowind. They drop troll fat, a moderately expensive ingredient. Lycanthropy, broadly defined as a condition which causes a person to transform into a beast-like creature, is documented all across Tamriel. Although it takes many forms, such as the were-crocodiles of Black Marsh or the were-vultures of Valenwood, we can currently meet only were-wolves and were-boars. Werewolves are of course featured on Solstheim, but there might be some hiding elsewhere too. Were-boars are currently found in the released area of Skyrim. Both werewolves and were-boars are strong opponents and should not be underestimated. Slode are a species of the beast folk often compared to slugs, or sometimes toads, who inhabit the archipelago of Thras to the west of Tamriel. They played a pivotal role of antagonists and invaders in the history of the continent. In the First Era, they unleashed the Thracian Plague, a pandemic which killed up to a half of Tamriel's population. As acolytes of the god of worms, they are extremely skilled necromancers. Encountering them today in the released provinces is extremely rare, but possible. I should also mention Slode soap, a waxy substance made from the immature non-sentient forms of the Slode. This popular alchemical ingredient is produced from Slode grubs in a limited amount of refineries located in Lake Rumare and the Nibben Bay. I hope you enjoyed this look at the humanoids of Project Tamriel Rebuilt. If you haven't done so, check out my coverage of the playable races. I'm Civi Bless.